Hello! This short video will go through troubleshooting your Crystal Fire Plus electronic ignition burner system when the flame turns on but either cuts out right away or shuts off while in operation. This video assumes you have proper gas supply to your burner and your flame, when lit, is at a normal height. For situations when you can ignite the flame but the flame goes out right away, it is important to understand the ignition sequence of the system. When the burner is turned on, the sparker will continue to spark for 12 seconds while it waits for gas to enter the burner and ignite. Once the burner ignites, the flame sensor recognizes the flame is present and sends a signal back to the module and valve that everything is functioning properly. In the event that the flame sensor does not detect the flame, the sparker will continue to spark for 12 seconds and then automatically goes into shutdown mode. You will have to turn this system off and then back on again to reset the module. First, ensure that the media instructions are followed properly and clear any glass gems, other fire media, and debris from the top of the ignition wind guard. If you don't do this, the flame may not hit the sensor and ground properly, resulting in nuisance shutdowns. Secondly, inspect the flame sensor rod and ground rod. If these are not secure, they may need to be replaced. Order part number 3001-017. While in operation, the module is constantly receiving a signal to determine if a flame is present. If a flame is present, the system will simply stay on. If the flame signal is ever interrupted, the module will begin to spark again to reignite. When the system regains the flame signal, the sparking will stop. The system will shut down if a reignition attempt goes longer than 12 seconds. It is also possible for a film to build up on the flame sensor and ground rods that can cause this signal to fail and not properly sense the flame. To troubleshoot this issue, remove the ignition wind guard by unscrewing the two screws holding it in place. Clean off the sensor and ground rods with an emery cloth. If you don't have an emery cloth, we found that a dollar bill has a similar grit to wipe down these rods without causing any damage. Take care not to bend or twist these rods, as you could damage the ceramic housing around them. Lastly, check for continuity of the sensor and ground circuit separately. To do this, disconnect the sensor wire from the module and connect one probe of your multimeter to the wire connector and the other to the actual sensor rod as shown here. Do the same thing with the ground circuit. Put one probe on the ground rod and simply touch the metal body of the valve with the other probe. If one of these circuits does not have continuity, you'll need to try to reclaim the rods or replace the entire electrode. Again, order part number 3001-017. Now, let's look at the scenario where the flame stays on beyond the ignition cycle, but will eventually shut itself off. In addition to validating the last three steps, also look for the following. If there is a consistent, strong enough wind, it is possible to blow the flame away from the sensor. If this happens for more than 12 seconds, the unit will go into shutdown mode. Lastly, it is also possible that your unit is shutting off as a result of inconsistent power supply. Your transformer needs to consistently put out 3.3 volts or higher. If this isn't happening, consider ordering a new transformer. And that's it. For other helpful troubleshooting videos, click on the product support tab at outdoorrooms.com. Thank you for assuring our products are installed and serviced in a safe and professional manner.